Yeah, good morning, guys. Good morning, guys. If you can hear me, drop a one in the chats. If you can hear me, drop a one in the chats. If you can hear me, drop a one in the chat. Good morning, guys. Drop a one in the chat if you can hear me. If you can hear me, drop a one in the chat. Let's dive right into today's market analysis. All right, let me invite others. Let me notify others that we're live. Drop a one in the chat if you can hear me. And also kindly confirm if you can see my screen. Kindly confirm if you can see my screen. Please confirm if you can see my screen. Drop a one in the chat if you can hear me, and also confirm if you can see my screen. Is my screen visible? All right, good morning, guys. Drop a one in the chat if you can hear me. Let's dive right into today's market analysis. Trying to notify others that we are live. Drop a one in the chat if you can hear me. Let's dive right into today's market analysis. All right, drop a one on the chat if you can hear me. And also, if you can see my screen, drop a one in the chat. I believe my screen is visible. All right, so we'll start in the next 1 minute. All right, guys. A minute, guys. Okay. Uh, all right, so let's please drop one in the chat if you can hear me. Let's dive right into today's market analysis. Drop the one in the chat if you can hear me. Drop the one in the chat if you can hear me. Okay, so let's dive into today's market analysis. And good morning, everyone, and welcome to T Billion Forex Academy. If you're new here, my name is Timothy, aka T Billion, and this is our weekly live market analysis and trading session where we break down the Forex market step by step in a very practical and well structured way. We hold this session every Monday and Wednesday by 9:00 a.m. West African time, and our primary focus is XAUUSD and GBPUSD, followed by other Forex pairs you request in the chat. The goal of this session is to shape and sharpen your understanding of the smart money concept, which includes order blocks, breaker blocks, market structure, inducements, and liquidities, as well as price action, how you can properly read market structure, identify key order blocks and breaker block zones, as well as liquidity areas, and most importantly, how you can effectively apply this concept in real market conditions. So whether you're a newbie trader or an intermediate trader or a pro trader, stick with me as we follow a clear top-down analysis process. Okay, so let's look at what price has been doing since our market, since our last session. Okay, let's look at what price of market has been doing since our last session. Okay, so let's look at gold briefly. Then we head to GBPUSD. After that, we'll commence, we'll analyze the markets for today. Okay, so this was the zone we marked in our last session. And like I mentioned, I said we are not taking this trade on a buy limit order, on a pending order. We're actually going to observe price action at this zone because if you look at it, gold has been, selling massively. Okay, although we anticipated a reversal at this point, but I think there was news around this time. Okay, so we didn't take this trade. And immediately after the news, I think a few minutes after the news, price broke the zone with this massive bearish candle. Okay, so we didn't take this trade at all. Right. And so that is that with gold. And as you can see, after that, price has been selling heavily. When price took out this trend line, yeah, you can see it continued in the bearish order flow. And at this point, anyways, let's leave that for today's market analysis. Let's head to GBPUSD and see what market has been doing since our last session. Okay, so on GBPUSD we have this. Oh no. Okay. On GBPUSD we have this. Okay. All right, so this is what we have on GBPUSD. Okay, so in our last session, we marked out, these zones, right? I think we didn't mark this particular zone. It was a zone I called on my private WhatsApp group. Okay, I shared this setup on my private WhatsApp group. And all right, please, if you're having network issue or glitches, you can leave the live and rejoin. Okay, you can leave the live and rejoin. Hopefully that would resolve the network glitch you're having. I think my network over here is kind of stable. All right, so please you can leave the live and rejoin. Thank you. All right, so back to the charts. So this was one of the zones we drew in our last session. Okay, and as you can see, of course, this was a massive 11.48 risk to reward ratio. Okay, and of course, it's smashed full TP. This particular trade was shared on my private WhatsApp group, and again, as you can see, it hit full TP. This also is a 7:3. Sorry, it's 1:7.3 risk to reward ratio, as you can see. All right, so that is that with our last or a recap on our previous market analysis. So let's look at what price has been doing. So let's look at today's market analysis basically. Okay, so I'm going to start this analysis with GBPUSD. Okay, and as always, we begin our analysis from the daily time frame. We begin our analysis process from the daily time frame. Okay, and as you can see on the daily time frame, I have this. Okay, first and foremost, we look at our directional bias, and our directional bias up until today has been established to be bearish, right? But if you look at what price has been doing since today, you would notice that better put since last week Friday, you would notice there seems to be a potential trend reversal. Okay, now let's just look at the market structure. We are still bearish on GBPUSD, not until price takes out this high, I'll change my bias strictly to bullish. But until then, you can see price has swept liquidity up to this level, but didn't take this what's it called? But didn't take this what's it called? This price level, this swing level right here. Okay, if price takes this level, then I would change my bias from bearish to bullish, then focus on taking just buy opportunities, basically. But until then, although we've gotten a market shift, let's just analyze price the market structure and see what we got for today, basically. Okay, so as you can see, we have a break of structure right here. We have a break of structure right here, BOS. Okay, we are still bearish as mentioned. Let's drill down to. All right, fantastic, fantastic, great, great, great. All right, so we have a break of structure right here. Now let's drill down to the 4H time frame to further refine the zone and look at the 4H price action. Okay, so yeah, this is it. We got a break of structure right here on the 4H time frame. Now a bullish break of structure, right? And on the 4H time frame, we got a market shift right here. If you look at this, we got a market shift right here, a shift of this internal structure. Now this is a market shift, a shift of this internal structure, this structure right here, this structure, a shift of this internal structure, right? So we got that shift right here. Okay, this is cool. Now, of course, this is our inducement. So let's finish on this. So we have this right here. All right. So we have this order block right here. So let's mark out our inducements. So we have this inducement right here. Okay, so this is our inducement or IDM. I hope we are following. All right. Please, I hope we're following. Can you hear me, please? If you can hear me, drop a one in the chat. If you can hear me, drop a one in the chat. If you can hear me, drop a one in the chat. All right, all right. Oh, that's perfect. If you can hear me, drop a one on the chat. If you can see my screen, drop a one in the chat. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. All right, so here we have our IDM, okay, and this is our order block on the 4H time frame. This is our bullish order block right here. All right, so we have that bullish order block. Okay. All right, so let's drill down to the 1H time frame to further refine our zones. Okay, so we have this market shift right here. And here, this is our inducement. Is our inducement. And this, of course, is our break of structure, the 4H break of structure that we got. So this is it right here. Okay, so what I would do right now is I'll wait patiently for price to tap into this zone. I'll wait patiently for price to tap into this zone. Then upon confirmation, we are going to take our trade. But please, we're not taking this trade just yet. Okay, this is what I'm expecting. Expecting price to sweep liquidity below this inducement, tap into this zone, right? Then give me this. Okay, I will take it to the upside. Okay, and probably take our profit right here because we are still bearish on GBPUSD as earlier mentioned. Okay, so if we're going to be taking this bullish move, we have to be very we have to keep our TP very realistic. Okay, we don't want to be too ambitious with our TP. All right, so this is what I'm anticipating at this zone. Okay, so until price gives me that market shift at this zone, I'm not taking the trade. I'm not going bullish yet. Okay, so this is what I'm looking at for GBPUSD. Stay active on the Free Signal Telegram channel because as soon as this setup plays out, I'll share the signal on the Free Signal Telegram channel. Okay, so we are taking this entry upon confirmation. Again, we are taking this entry upon confirmation. So please do not enter just yet until price gives us this, sort of structure. That is when we are going to take our trade. Once again, I'm going to set this setup on the Free Signal Telegram channel. I'm going to share the setup on the Free Signal Telegram channel. So this is my bias on GBPUSD. This is my market outlook on GBPUSD for today. Okay. Now let's head to XAUUSD. On XAUUSD, please, I want to be sure I'm not alone. Kindly drop a 1 in the chat if you help with me and if you can hear me. All right, so on GBPUSD, on XAUUSD, let's begin our analysis from the daily time frame as always. So on GBPUSD, as you can see, price has let's see, we have this breakup block here, which we anticipated a reversal. As you can see, price has invalidated the zone. Okay, now we have this okay, we have this zone right here. Okay, and lastly, again, price is currently reacting at this what's it called, this breakup block zone. Price is currently reacting right here. All right, the price is currently reacting at this breakup block zone. Okay, we also have this other block right here. Okay, so gold has been selling, has been bearish for some time, and at this point we're anticipating a reversal of this bearish trend. Okay, but of course, as you can see, gold is bearish. Okay, and since we're anticipating a reversal, okay, we are expecting that reversal to happen at these zones that I've marked out. Okay, so let's drill down to the 4H time frame to further refine these zones where we're anticipating a reversal. But before we do that, let's also look at the bearish structure, identify where we could potentially join this bearish move. Okay, that is only if price gives us the confirmation that we need to join a bearish, you know, trend. All right, so that is it. Let's drill down to the 4H time frame to further refine the zones we've marked out. All right, so we have this. Let's start with this zone. So let's start with this. I'll refine this further to this zone right here. Okay, and that's our breaker block. Okay, I'll refine it to this breaker block right here. Okay, right here. Okay, let me zoom in so you can see it properly. So I'm refining to this breaker block right here. Okay, so that is where we could potentially join the bullish move. As you can see, price has actually, retested the breaker block, which is this, retest that we had here. But again, let's look at these zones we have here of possible refinement. Okay, okay, this zone, as earlier mentioned, has been invalidated. As you can see, let's take it out. Let's take it out. This is out, and this as well has been invalid. Okay, price is currently reacting at the zone, so the zone is still very much invalid. Okay, now what I'll do, let's head to the daily, to the 1H time frame. Okay, so on this, we are not going to take this trade just yet. Okay, not until market gives us this structure. As I've always okay, I used to say, it is patience that separates, you know, a gambler from a pro trader, right? I've always said this: wait patiently for price to come to you. Don't chase price. Okay, so look at this is what I'm anticipating right here. This one is looking promising, so I'm anticipating this. Anticipating this. So this is what I'm anticipating. So if I get this, or I get this, okay, then I'll take my buy entry right here. For the sell, we're anticipating to take a sell right here. So look at it from a 4H time frame. We got this break of structure right here. Got this break of structure right here. Okay. And we got our inducement right here. We have our inducement right here. Inducement. So this is where we'll be taking our, we'll wait for price at this other block right here. So I'll patiently wait for price at this other block right here to join this bearish movement. Okay. So this is what we're anticipating. Let's place our position to right here. SL will be right above this level. This is this. Then our TP will be right here. Our TP will be right here. So let's see if we can refine this zone further on the 30-minute time frame. So we've drilled down to the 30-minute time frame. Okay. So we have this. All right, so that is it on gold. This is my bias on gold. Okay, so this is the sell. If you want to take this sell, we take it right here. And for the buy, this is the structure I'm expecting before I can take the buy on gold. Until this, I'm not going to buy gold just yet. Okay, rather I will join the sell at this, other block zone right here. Okay, so I'll share this coordinates on the Free Signal Telegram channel. If you're not on the Free Signal Telegram channel, do well to join the Free Signal Telegram channel. Okay, as I'll be dropping this signal live on the channel as soon as they play out. Okay, as soon as they're about to play out, as soon as they're playing out. Okay, so please ensure you're active on the Free Signal Telegram channel. So this is my, what's it called, my setup for XAUUSD. And for GBPUSD, as mentioned, this is what I'm anticipating. So we can take the buy, trade. Okay. As more price actions are printed, okay, if I have any other setup, I'll definitely share on the Free Signal Telegram channel. And that is why you have to join the Free Signal Telegram channel to stay, engaged and active on my trading signals. Please, if you have any question, you can drop it in the comment section. I'll go to the comment section and attend to all questions as soon as possible. Okay. So I think that wraps it up for today's market analysis. Again, the key lessons for today is your directional bias first, then your structure follows. After which you identify your key order block zones as well as breakout block zones, and lastly, your entries. Okay. Again, as always, do not chase the market. Wait patiently for the market to come to you. And the market doesn't give you the structure or the pattern you anticipating or you're expecting. Please do not take your trade. Okay. Patience pays at the end of the day, right? Okay, as always, okay, we'll be back again on Wednesday by 9:00 a.m. West African time. Guys, until then, please trade smart and ensure you protect your capital. Okay, because it's only, it's only someone who has capital and that will trade, the next day. All right, so ensure you protect your capital and stay active on the Free Signal Telegram channel. Bye for now. I'll see you in our next session. Peace out.